Hey guys, I'm Seth from the band Seek First. Today I'm going to be going over some stuff that I do when I'm changing strings on one of my acoustics. Today this is the Ibanez PF. She needs her strings changed. She needs a couple things done, some polishing, I'm going to show you something that we're going to do with the nut that I just found out about. So let's get into it. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take the tension off of these old strings really quick. And I don't have a neck cradle, so towel works just fine. Go ahead and loosen your string. Take it off the tuning peg. I'm just going to go ahead and do this for all of them. And if you think about it, as we go through our lives, we're a lot like a guitar. It's probably not something you think about every day, is that you're like a guitar, but you really are. When you first show up in this world, you're brand new. There's the only way you can go is up whenever you're born. Just like one of these guitars. Whenever they're made, there's so many things that can be played on them, from rock to country, all different kind of music. And we're a lot like that. There's a lot of different ways that we can go in our life. And we all need to go through a bit of a time of maintenance sometimes. We need to let God come in, change our strings every once in a while, so we could sound better than we did yesterday. I don't change my strings every day, but it's something we need to do in our lives, is let God do it. It's not always the easiest thing to do, though, so let God do it. So we want to hold on to our stuff, but that's just not the best way to go about things. Now I'm going to go ahead and take these pegs here out. These are holding the little knobs on these strings in. This peg winder that I have has a little hook to get in there and get them. This would slip into this here, and that sits in there inside that hole, just like that. So then this won't slip out. Pretty cool design that they make for acoustics. It's my peg winder here has this little hook thing here that I can get up under there, up under these pegs and get it. It's a little worn, so I have a backup. I like to use my knife to do this. You got to be very careful doing it this, so you don't scratch your bridge up or the body of your guitar. I use the back of the knife up towards the tip, but I don't get the tip dug into anything. Okay, you get it down in there, pry it up, and you can grab it and pull it out. It might be a good idea for me eventually to actually get a thing to pull these things out that's actually made for it, but that's gonna take some time and obviously some money to get a hold of one. when you're in a band. Ain't a whole lot of that going around. This ain't a money talk, this is a guitar talk. Okay. I think we got it up enough now. Yep. Perfect. This one's perfect for this. There we go. Don't want to fling that out of there. It'd be a bad idea. Now these will get used for those beautiful guitar string bracelets and necklaces that you guys love on our merch table. This is where they come from. Right off of my guitars. And the bass strings come right off of Eric's guitars, but that's maybe once every year. If that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is take some Dunlop 65 guitar polish. I've had this stuff, this same bottle, probably since 2003. You don't need a whole lot. Just a little bit goes a long way. Just some right here. Some on the rosewood fretboard. Some people don't like using this on their fretboards. I don't see a problem with it as long as it hydrates the fretboard. If it hydrates it, use it. And let's go over the body of it. Get her looking good. Oh, hooking pegs on my rag. This is a Fender guitar polishing rag. It's made for this. It's made with microfibers, so it really grabs all the dust and all the pick dust and just everything that comes from you playing it. Like sometimes when you drop a guitar pick and you gotta use your fingernail, kind of gross, but you get nail dust in there. That needs cleaned up, or else you get to play with that for a while. Nobody wants that. I go ahead and I rub down the back of the neck too. And yeah, eventually gonna need to get this thing refretted, but that's another topic for another day. Okay. That part is all done. Put her back down gently. Very gentle. Okay. I'm going to fold my rag up here so it's can be neatly put away. I might not have a lot of things organized in my stuff, but my guitar stuff and my fishing stuff, very organized. All set up. Just don't look at my pedal board. It's got wires everywhere. Don't look at it. Okay. That was weird. I know, but whatever. Now, this pencil, go ahead and click a little bit of lead out. And you want to get right up in your nut. And just get some of that lead in there. That'll help lubricate the nut, so you don't get any string slippage when you're tuning. No incidents. Now, you usually get string slippage if you're using the wrong gauge of string. Me, I use wipe down the headstock. That's an important part. Those are good. I like to use Ernie Ball medium light 12 to 54 gauge strings. Now, my opinion, these are the best ones, but every guitarist has a different opinion about strings. Okay, go ahead and rip the package open. Throw this back here. And they come with tips on how to keep your strings nice when you're setting things up. Just like stuff to look out for. Okay. Now we're going to start with the 54 gauge string, which is your low E string. It's going to be the one that sits right up here. Go ahead and untangle it. Get your little peg. I like to put the little knob end of the string down in the hole first. Then I stick the peg down in there. And stick it in there good. Pull on a string a little bit, make sure it's not going to come out of there. Sit it down in the nut. Put it through your tuning peg here. That is Mom's favorite sound. But she's not here right now. And I like to go ahead and lock my strings in by sending it back down through here. Like that. There. Okay. Now that's not going to move. Then you go ahead and wind it up. Watch my peg down here, because they like to come up as you tighten it. It just it's got to get used to having a new string in there. So you just go ahead and keep pulling it in. Okay, that should be good now. Now we go ahead with the 44 gauge, which is your A string. And same process. Stick it down in the hole, stick the peg down over it, pull on the string a little bit, stick it through the tuning peg, and do Mom's favorite sound. Kink it, send it back through, pull on it again, there you go. Get your peg winder, go ahead and just go ahead and tighten her up like you did the other one. And I'm not going to do the rest of them in this video, but I'm going to show you the next step that you need to do. Once you got all 6 strings on here, got to go back in my box and get the nippers. Wire snips, very important if you're a guitarist. You don't want to seem like a crazy person with strings everywhere. Up here. Our drummer Ethan says you're giving your guitar a haircut, which you are. You get right up against there, clip it. Right up against here, clip it. Always take these off so you're not stabbing yourself, you're not stabbing anybody else on stage. And that is the process of changing strings on an acoustic guitar. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and hit that little bell notification. That's, I believe it's right down here somewhere. So you'll get notifications of any new videos we put up on Mondays or Tuesdays, depending on our schedule. Okay. So, we love you guys. We can't wait to see you at our next event. And God bless.